Hello, hello people, hello Fadlan, hello everyone in the chat. I hope you have liked my new Redcon opening that I have made, because I sure like it. I'm not very good at editing, but this one I like it. I think I nailed it. So, plans for today. I wanted to just build some good looking fortresses, analyze them, analyze the fortresses that the game has, and well, just see how the day is going to go. So let's start, I guess. I think I'm going to start with the Empire State Fortresses from anime. No, it's not from anime. I even don't know what is the name of that song, and I hope I don't get copyright strike because I bet that song has well, copyright. But I don't even know the name of that song. The only tip I can give you if you want to find that song is search for Yugoslav war music. That's the only tip I can give you because I don't know the name of that music. I don't know the name of that song. But anyways, I hope I don't get copyright strike, and I hope well, I don't mind deleting the stream, but the most important thing is I hope I don't get copyright strike. Because 3 copyright strikes and I'm bye-bye channel. That's the bad part of this, sadly. But shit, if you search for Yugoslav war music, they have a shit ton of banger music that sound fucking incredible. The lyrics are very bad, but the music itself is very good for my taste. So enough yapping around, let's start analyzing fortresses that the game gives us. First of all, 973rd Auxiliary Light Artillery Station. It's a starter fortress, it's a tutorial fortress, well. This fortress comes in 2 versions, this one and the version without a radar. What can I tell? It's a basic fortress. You don't pose any serious threats with this fortress, so it's good as it is. You get only 9 power and 24 ammunition. 24 ammunition for this small fortress is actually pretty good, but 9 power is not very good. 400 HP and 4 soldiers, not bad. Again, this is a very small fortress. And even on Fortress Sycamore, no, Fortress Raptor, we get 4 soldiers, so... And this fortress is way bigger than this one. And I suppose this thing is supposed to be just some random light guns in the field. It's not even a fortress. So it's a pretty decent starter fortress. Let's see if I can rebuild it correctly. I believe it was something like this. Yeah. What else do we have? Air Force Transit Depot 73. Well, again, it's a tutorial mission, tutorial level, so nothing much interesting here to see. Standard utilities except this Fleet High Command. Why I'm calling it Fleet High Command? Ah, okay. Ah, lol. Ah, lol, it changed names. On level 1 and level 2 it's called Fleet Command, and on level 3 it's called Fleet High Command. I have never realized it until now, lol. Okay. But yes, this fortress is just a tutorial mission. This thing is buffed that you get here. It prepares the blimp way faster than the normal Fleet High Command. Apart from that, no defense, no offensive weapons, nothing. It's just a small aerodrome, I guess. I should probably change the name of the stream to Analyzing Fortresses. Yeah. Redcon Analyzing Fortresses. Let me change the stream name. Amazing fortresses. Because that's what I have planned to do. To look at how the fortresses are, what are the strong points, the weak spots, and stuff like that on the stream. I wanted to make a series of videos, but then I decided to stop making videos about where I speak, because I honestly don't. Every time I hear myself in the video, I just don't like it. So that's why I stopped making videos with sound, because I don't like how I sound in the video. Even AI text to speech spells better than I, so that's why I don't like it. Hello random. Hello radioactive milk. So let's continue our journey through the Empire State fortresses. Damocles Dam security perimeter. But we have good defense layout. We can put another defense if we could, obviously. Nah, there will be no custom force for Android until Hexage drops makes an update to the game. I will not develop any mode for Android. First of all, because I don't know how, and second of all, if I even make a mode for Redcon for Android, you will probably have to have root in your phone, root rights, and that will compromise the guarantee of your phone. So I'm not taking the risk, and I don't know how to make mods for Android, so I will not develop any mod for Android. So, returning to the fortress, the Damocles Dam security perimeter. 2 mortars, 1 basilisk, obviously everything is level 1, because again this is a tutorial level. We can put more defenses here, we even have a lot of ammunition that we can put a flak cannon. And apart from that, what else do we have? 17 power, 32 ammunition, 400 HP is not good enough. 17 power is not bad. Again, this is a very small fortress. It's a tutorial fortress after all. 32 ammunition is pretty decent for this small fortress. 4 soldiers is okay. Again, this is a very small fortress. This is a tutorial level, so you will have plenty of ammunition to put everything you want here. Also, can I put a nuke here to make it look good? No, it doesn't look very good to me. Maybe stick an omega here. I want to decorate this fortress somehow, to change the layout slightly. Typhoon. The Typhoon here doesn't look bad, but it just takes so much space. Mortar in the back. Defense, radar. Well, that doesn't look bad, but I don't like how the mortar is so down. I would like the mortar to be somewhere like here, so that it looks better. Here, nah, it will look bad, but just slightly upward, somewhere here. So let's continue. Repurposed launch pad. We get access to this level after we destroy the Forsaken launch pad from the crooks. What do we have here? 600 HP, not bad. Again, this is a very small fortress. 2 mortars, 2 basilisks. Very basic weapon setup. It's a start of the game after all. We get the safe sector, which is a very OP perk. But it's just to help us in the tutorial, I guess. In terms of ammunition and power supply, it's very bad. 17 power, it's not great. This fortress is slightly bigger, I guess, than the Damocles, Dam Security Perimeter. We have access only to one defense slot. It's not that we can edit this fortress because we can't in the base game, but again, I'm going to analyze it from the perspective if we could edit the game in-game fortresses for ourselves. Random, you're going to play Redcon. Good luck. And use the radar, or you're going to miss every shot. So 4 soldiers is okay. This is not a very big fortress. We have access only for 2 utility slots, which is not good at all. If we, for example, put the kinetic shield, we already use both of the utility slots, and we don't have space for that much needed radar or anything else that could serve a good purpose for us. Editing this layout, what will I do here? Having in mind that this is a starter level, so maybe to basilisk and alaster for multi-purpose, to have diversity in terms of weapon shells, and maybe a mortar, just in case you are going to use the shredder bomb. Utilities, I will put obviously the munitions depot and radar, leave it as it was. I will do something like this. So we have plenty of ammunition that we can use the flash grenade and the shredder bomb at the same time. And if we, for example, don't have enough ammunition, we could always send a soldier to the munitions depot. And this will allow us to stun and kill enemy soldiers very easy. Or we could use just the incendiary shells. Incendiary shells are also very good. Incendiary shells are like very universal. You can use them anywhere at any time. So next Empire State Fortress that we play is the State Chemical Plant. What do we have in this fortress? We have 2 guns and 2 gas rockets. 4 soldiers, that's good. That's pretty good. We can operate every gun, which is incredible advantage. We don't have access to any perks, which is sad. So basically this fortress is like the worst version of the chemical plant, and this trend continues through the entire game. Every fortress that we get, well, almost all of them, it's the worst version of what the fortress actually was. We get less soldiers, but mostly we get, instead of less soldiers, we get mostly less ammunition and power supply, and that specifically is very notable on the Resolution Fortress compared to its version to what was the name of it? The Jericho Fortress. We get 1 more soldier, yes, in the Resolution than the Jericho Fortress, but our stats are worse in every aspect. We have, like, I believe 20 power and ammunition less, which is a lot. It's like a lot. Plus, you can always compensate the loss of your soldier with the perk, for example, auxiliary reserves or volunteers. So that's not even that big of a loss to start. So, talking about this fortress. 47 ammunition is great. 11 power is very bad. We don't have access to a lot of power. Even if I put a nuclear reactor, 20 power is just not enough. if you wanted to edit this fortress for yourself. Also, we have a problem that we have only one utility slot, so in a normal playthrough you could either put a nuclear reactor, for example, add weapons, more weapons, because you will have access to more power, or either put a radar and don't have as much power but have better precision. So in my opinion, this fortress is just bad, because you don't have defense, you don't have utility slots, but again, you are not supposed to edit this fortress, so that's okay. Because again, you're not supposed to edit this fortress. This fortress is supposed to be purely an AI, AI, already pre-made fortress. So this is not a very big deal, because this is a pre-made fortress that you fight only once, and the level that you fight is not very hard, so it is not a big of a problem. So continuing with the Empire State fortresses that we get access to. Kinetic Shield Tech Research Facility. So Kinetic Shield Tech Research Facility is another locked fortress that you will not be able to edit in a normal playthrough of Redcon. But let's see what we have inside. 5 soldiers, not very bad, but not good, just okay, I guess, okay-ish. We have access to the safe sector perk, which is very good. We have, it is a pretty big fortress, as you can see. It's just there is not much of it that is actually used in the game. And also I like the design. The design is very good. So 39 ammunition, it's not great, I would say, because the fortress is very big. It allows you to put a lot of weapons. 18 soldiers is 18 soldiers, yeah, 18 soldiers. 18 power is straight up very bad, because the fortress is very big again. Matthews, what did you miss? You missed the intro. You missed the cool intro that I made. I am just talking about fortresses, analyzing them, and see what we can do with them, and how good or bad they are in the game. And 600 HP is very bad. This fortress is pretty big, and 600 HP for this big fortress is not good enough. If I would to edit this fortress, I would probably add 2 nuclear reactors, because we lack power. And I want to keep the theme of like a research facility. So I'm going to use laser weapons, and obviously I will use the shield. By the way, the shield at level 1 and shield level 2 differentiate, apart from shield level 2 being better. The shield at level 1 uses 1 power less, so at level 1 it uses 8 power, at level 2 it uses 9 power. I wonder if I could fit here the signal scrambler. Yeah, I could, but it doesn't look good. You can download the game from Steam. I believe it costs 10 euros. And on Android, I believe it also costs 10 euros. I don't know about iPhone, because I don't have iPhone. But you can buy it for 10 euros. At least that's the price. That's the regional price for me in Spain. So what would I add? What would I add here? Maybe level 2 laser somewhere in the front. Maybe rockets. Incendiary rockets. I still need to fill this gap in the middle. What can I put here? Maybe a fleet high command and what else can we put here? The medical array station. What do you mean full perk? I mean access to all the perks in the game, yeah. Except one, except the prototype, something prototype, experimental prototype, except that one. Yeah, I have access to all perks in the game. Also about perks, maybe I should add here, where is it? The nuclear superpower to increase slightly the power output. Because even with 2 nuclear reactors I don't have enough power. For weapons maybe I could install also another laser. Yeah, and I don't have more power supply, even with nuclear superpower. Because the lasers consume a lot, the shield consume a lot. Also the medical extension consumes a lot. Also I could probably change this one to the armory and install another rocket. I have ammunition thankfully. Install maybe a toxin missile. I don't like how I have 2 nuclear reactors. Obviously it's a pretty dangerous build with nuclear reactors if we take account that we don't have any active defense in this fortress. Now my mod is only for PC. It doesn't support Android versions. It's only for PC. So next fortress that we get access to is the Sirius Scorcher platform. What can I tell about this fortress? Apart from that it's destroyed and it's burning to the ground, it's bad. It's like it's bad. This fortress is just bad. We have 4 lasers, which is fine, I guess. We have Python missiles level 1, I believe. I believe they are level 1. Everything is level 1 here, now that I think. Downside of this fortress, it's on fire, it's half destroyed. And I will just leave this thing to burn to the ground, as Grant said. Leave this thing burn to the ground. Like there is no need to repair this stuff because it's basically a nuclear bomb on fire. The fortress is half destroyed, half on fire, and we have a nuclear reactor that can blow up in any second. Like what? What was the Imperator thinking when he was personally building this piece of shit? I don't know. Also, we don't have any perks. So, this fortress is the worst version of the Scorcher platform that the AI has, obviously. Because that's a trend, everything we get is the worst version of what the AI actually gets. What will I do here? Assuming that it's called Scorcher platform, maybe improve slightly the guns. I must keep the nuclear reactor because I don't have enough power if I wanted to change something here. We don't actually need the... we don't need the radar, so that's a good thing. Because we're using only lasers. Instead I will add here, let's say, an active defense. And add the laser just to feed the energy-based platform, I guess. You can probably hear my cat mewing again in the background. You can hear her, right? You can hear my cat mewing. The fuck do you want? Holy shit. Yeah, the entire zoo is on the street. I just only need my dog to come to my room and the zoo will be complete. I have only my cat in my room at the moment. But eventually the dog will come too. In terms of missiles, obviously I will choose the Viper missiles. Because fire is better. Perks. So yeah, this is basically the same thing, but just slightly better. Perks, obviously turbocharger. I already gave her food. She wants cuddles, and I don't want to cuddle her because I will have her fucking fur through my desk. And then cleaning my keyboard and my PC from her fur is just it's a fucking problem. Yes, I'm talking to you. And then when her fur gets into my keycaps into my keyboard, then fuck, it's a big problem to clean up. Even though I have a mechanical keyboard, I can just remove the keycaps. It's still a big problem to clean the keyboard and the mouse and my desk and my stuff from the fur of my cat and my dog. It's a big problem. Hello everyone in the chat. Hello, who's new? So, what else can we put here? Maybe asbestos coating, because I have a feeling that this thing will be on fire again. Warhammers to repair faster. This is a modular type fortress, so repairing fast is a must-have, and condensed napalm. And yeah, the fortress is on fire again. Yeah, I'm not surprised. So yeah, I guess I will leave this piece of shit burn to the ground, because there is no point to repair and put your money in this thing. If you get access to this thing, just let it burn to the ground. Don't even try repairing it. Forget about its existence. And the next burning piece of shit that we get access to is the Great Bulwark. Or not so great, at least, because we are on fire and our fortress is completely destroyed. I don't see what's great about this bulwark, but because it sure doesn't look great. So weapons, what do we have access to? 28 ammunition is bad, because this fortress is quite big. Yes, and you can't even connect you. So if you want it, you must use in this fortress the fleet high command, because if you want to move your soldiers from one part of your fortress to another, you can't. Well, you can't, because it's destroyed, so you can't move your soldiers. It looks good, the design, I like it. It looks decent, but the design is not going to save that this fortress is a piece of shit. 6 soldiers is not bad. It's not a big fortress, but not a small one. 28 ammunition is bad again, because you have access for a lot of weapon slots, and you will waste all the 28 ammunition very fast. 3 defense slots is okay. It's pretty decent, though it only protects the main base or the main part of the fortress. This part here is undefended. What else? And the power supply, we get power supply from, I don't know, from the Imperator himself, because our stuff doesn't consume any power unless we are going to put any defense except than the flak cannon. If we put laser, suddenly we have lack of power. Let me show you. Where is the... Okay, and now we don't have lack of power. How the fuck does this even work? Okay, and now if I put... What? Now if I put 2 lasers, we don't have access... We don't have loss of power. If I put the EMP again? No. Put another one? No. Another one? No. If I put another EMP? And suddenly we are out of power. How does this even work? I don't know, but okay. We have some weird magic going here with the power supply in this fortress that we should investigate further. Yeah, an SST Prism is the same as the Fortress Raptor, just worse. Use 2 shields. Yeah, I already made the incredible idea of using 2 shields to to connect the fortress. The shield bridge. Or I could put here, for example, an Omega. And I don't know, maybe here again the shield. We also can connect this name, but it looks ugly as fuck. I don't want to see. I want to unsee what I have just saw right now. I want to build good looking fortresses. After all, that's why we are here, to analyze and rebuild the fortresses. So this weapon slot is unused in the game, so I guess I'm going to put a last door here because it looks great. Fucking cat, shut the fuck up. What the fuck you want? What do you want? Huh? She wants to stream with me, but I don't have a camera, so I guess you will not see my cat. So, continuing building the fortress. Obviously I will need the fleet high command. Raider also important in terms of weapons. Maybe a few light guns. Maybe another last one. I don't have exactly much ammunition and power supply here. I have unlimited power supply, but ammunition is not great. I could probably put... No, I don't. I can't because I will not have enough ammunition. So I wanted to put here a mortar in the back. And here, yes, I can put a basilisk. Utilities, I will obviously need the active defense. Can I put? No, I can't. So I guess it's going to stay like this. -7 ammunition, that means... Well, -12 ammunition, that means that I must have someone... I must have 2 people in the munitions depot, but that's the problem that was exactly the same with the normal version of this fortress. And again, if you can, just don't use this fortress. If you get access to, just call in sick, insane or whatever, but don't use this fortress. It's bad. It's very bad. And we have even worse versions. Don't worry. We have even worse forts that we get access to. And I'm talking about the Centurion missile pod. This fortress is just shit. It's just bad in every aspect that it can get. Bad ammunition supply, bad power supply, 6 soldiers not bad, but 870 HP is bad. Also, we don't even have the weapon systems utilities upgraded to the max level, so what do you expect? This is a quite big fortress. 30 ammunition and 11 power. 11 power. What the fuck the Empire has expected from this big fortress and just providing only an 11 power supply and 30 ammunition? Like, come on, bro. This fortress, okay, if we want to make a missile pod, make it good. Or at least try to make it good, because we can't make it better. Again, we don't have ammunition or power supply. And look, I can't build too much because I don't have enough power or ammunition. I can't build what I want here. And look, I wanted to build something like this. And let's put the armory here. Look, I wanted to build something like this, but I can if I remove the reactor, which is a big weak spot. We don't have ammunition or power supply. Like, our fortress is completely deactivated because we don't have ammunition, power supply. And even if we had power supply, you don't have ammunition. So this fortress is just bad. Nothing will save this fortress other than that destroying it to 0 and rebuilding it completely. This fortress is just bad. But wait, there is even funnier versions of fortresses. The final fortress that we get access that we can't edit is the 73rd state nuclear silo, which is again the worst version of what the crooks get, what the AI gets. What can I tell? Problems with power, problems with ammunition, 6 soldiers, okay, not bad. This fortress isn't big either, although could be 7. We have no perks. We have nothing in this fortress. We have nothing to make use of it. We have 21 power and 38 ammunition. At first it looks good, 38 ammunition, yeah, not bad. But take account that the exact moment you put a nuclear CBM, the Nemesis CBM, which is supposed to go here, suddenly you have only 16 power. And if you add the rocket, the Viper missiles, oh my god, suddenly you don't have enough ammunition to put anything else. You don't have ammunition, and also you have problems with power. If you don't put the nuclear reactor, then I'm sorry, but you will not have enough power to put anything else. Lack of ammunition. We don't have access to defense. Well, we have, but the stats of our fortress will not provide us any good defense. Like, look, if I wanted to do something like this, I don't even have power or ammunition to put this, because the exact moment I activate my basilisk, I either have to deactivate something else, or I just don't have ammunition. That's it, there is nothing good in this fortress again, also no perks. Everything that the Empire has is just trash. And look at the HP, 700 HP, what are you going to do with 700 HP with a supposedly endgame fortress? Nothing, you can't do nothing here. Just throw this fortress to the trash and forget about its existence. So that's all the Empire State fortresses that we can't edit. Starter fortresses were pretty decent, but the more you progress in the game, the worse they get. So now let's take a look at the Crux fortresses, which happens completely the opposite. At first they are very trash, but later they become very powerful. So this is the first fortress that we encounter. I can't consider this even a fortress. It's more like a recon intelligence site. We get access to expendables, which is very bad. This perk is very bad. We don't have power, we don't have ammunition, HP. 3 soldiers is bad. Like, look, we have 0 ammunition supply, like literally 0, and only 8 power. So if you're planning to do something funny with this fortress, I'm sorry, but you will not be able to do it, because this fortress just don't have stats. What you could do is just put, for example, the clandestine operations and the elite force armory here, and this could be like an espionage indoctrination outpost, I don't know. Yes, exactly, Matthews. But yeah, this fortress is just bad. It serves the purpose of being like a recon intelligence outpost, but it's don't has any offensive capabilities or even defensive. So next fortress, Assault Mortar Ambush. We again get access to the expendables, which is very bad if you get access to it. 3 soldiers, but 100 HP is pretty decent, knowing that this fortress has nothing in it, basically. Lack of ammunition, which is very bad power supply, and we get 3 mortars. But this is a tutorial mission, so that is supposed to teach us how the enemy works, so there is nothing I can say about this fortress, other than it's trash. The next trash fortress that the enemy gets is the Orion Blaster test site. No offensive capabilities, 12 power supply, well, how much? 20 power supply is actually pretty decent, because this is a very small fortress. 5 ammunition supply is bad. It's just a tower. This fortress is just a tower. Also we get access to experimental prototype perk, which I'm not sure what it does, because I have never tested it. And we have a blast engine and ammunitions depot, I believe we had here, or what we had here. The medical station, I believe? I don't remember. But yeah, this fortress doesn't have any offensive capabilities, or even defensive. So next one, Forsaken Launch Pad. It's another mission from, well, it's another fortress from the tutorial. What do we have here? Look, this version of the launch pad is way better than you later get access with the repurposed launch pad. Okay, yes, you have expendables, which is very bad. But if you remove all the weapons and the utilities, all of a sudden you have 45 ammunition supply, which is very good compared to what we have access to. 16 power is not great. This fortress is quite big. 16 power is not enough. But you have 2 more utility slots, so you can easily slap here, for example, a nuclear reactor. I don't know, what can we slap here? Active defense, for example. You can even put here a shield, and you can fill the rest with rockets if that's the purpose of this fortress, the launch pad. So you can fill here rockets. And you can even put here a laser defense. It's not much, but it will do something, I guess. So yeah, this fortress is way better than we have access to. But again, this is a tutorial mission, so don't expect any magic here. Next fortress that we fight with the Damocles Dam security perimeter is the secret railway tunnel. This fortress is, well, a tunnel. It doesn't have much ammunition or power supply, in fact they're very bad. 3 soldiers here is okay, because this is a very small fortress. But the stats here are very bad. It has good HP for this being this small, but 1 ammunition supply and 4 power, it's like a joke. You don't have anything good here. We could put here maybe a nuclear reactor and ammunitions depot back to hide them somehow. Then we could slap here an elite force armory, for example, and we can't put the Typhon. Yeah, well, we can't put the Typhon. And we could use, for example, to buff the fortress, camouflage, lucky shot, supply lines to remove the penalty from the supply, and let's say autoloaders. This makes the fortress slightly better, but the nuclear reactor, even though it's hidden in the mountain, I think precision weapons like lasers or Archon or rockets will not have any problem when hitting the nuclear reactor and exploding your fortress, because you don't have access to any defense. And you could put here a shield, for example, but no, you can't even put the shield because it doesn't work. Okay. So yeah, this fortress is it will serve its purpose, but apart from that, you will not do anything with this fortress. This fortress is just supposed to destroy the Damocles Dam, which you can easily do, but Apart from that, nothing. So another fortress that we have to fight after the secret railway tunnel. Hello, Warlord General Gravius. Is the Wastelands encampment. I suppose this was like something like a retreat after the failed operation of destroying the Damocles Dam with the railway tunnel. So I guess this was like a retreat, I suppose. Again, expendables, which is bad. 1000 HP, which is surprisingly good. This fortress is very small. 3 soldiers is okay. This fortress is very small. Bad power supply and bad ammunition supply. We don't have access to power or ammunition in this fortress, so there is nothing much we can do. If I put, for example, one Typhon, I will eat instantly all of the ammunition and power supply that we get. So yeah, Basilisk, Alastor, and that's it. We can't put much here because either we lack ammunition or power. So I wouldn't give a try to this fortress, even if you had access for free to it. And the last tutorial mission is the Derelict Observatory. 1200 HP. It is surprisingly good because this is a very small fortress again. 3 soldiers is okay. This fortress again is very small. We have access to 3 defense slots, which is incredible. Because being a starter level fortress, that means that the Empire doesn't pose any threat to us. And for example, if we do something like this, let's put active defense. Even if we do something like this will already buff our defense way. It will buff our defense very good. In terms of weapons, we don't have access to much power or ammunition, so we are going to have to be very conservative in terms of what guns we actually put here. We could do something like this. We still have more ammunition, but we don't have access to more power. But at least we get some defense. This fortress doesn't look great, but it's just because it doesn't have access to much power or ammunition supply. So after we finish the enemies, after we finish this enemy, the Derelict Observatory, the strike commander is sent to the front line, where he faces his first real enemy, the supply depot. Supply depot, I don't know why this fortress is called supply depot, because even with 2 munitions depot, it lacks ammunition, which is ironic, I guess. 2 Basilisk, 1 Hydra. Not bad for a starter fortress, but the limiting factor here is the ammunition and power supply again. You don't have ammunition. If you want to build something cool, you can't, because you don't have access to, well, ammunition and power supply. You could potentially do something like this, and you will have now ammunition and power supply. Or you can even do maybe something like this to improve the durability of your soldiers. And in terms of perks, supply depot, maybe 2 supply lines. Now we have some more ammunition supply. What else? Maybe traitors and thieves to fit the theme of this fortress, and I'll give this fortress maybe rapid ventilation. You don't want any poisonous gases to stay in your fortress after all. So after the supply depot is defeated, we face the Lex Ammo Factory. And what can I tell this fortress? 3 soldiers is not great. I would give this fortress 4, even maybe 5 soldiers. Ammunition and power supply are very bad, again. Crook starter fortresses are very bad in terms of ammunition and power supply. What could you do here? Maybe since this is a factory, obviously install 2 munitions depot. I will change the blast engine with a nuclear reactor, but this is a starter fortress, so I guess the blast engine has to stay. And just half of our effective slots in the fortress are gone because we need to compensate the lack of ammunition and power supply. So weapons, what can I do with weapons? We could put here a mortar in the back because rockets consume too much ammunition. Utilities, we can install the defense obviously here, and the radar, which is a must-have. 2 basilisks, 2 autocannons for defense for starter fortress is okay. Now we have problems with power. Well, technically no, because we can gain another 5 power with a Stalker in the blast engine. But that automatically leaves us with 2 soldiers remaining, which automatically leaves us with 0 soldiers remaining. Why? Because obviously we will need 1 guy in the blast engine providing us more power, 1 operating the active defense and 1 operating the radar. That means that all 3 of our soldiers are doing something, and leaving their utility slot will mean that we will have problem in that sector. Either we have worse defense, worse precision, or we literally don't have enough power to power our weapons. So maybe something like this. No, I don't like it. 3 power, no, that's too much. Again, 3 power, too much. Maybe we could do something like this and install the perk power cells, which will give us barely enough power to operate our fortress at full power. Ammo factory, what we could give to the ammo factory? Maybe again rapid ventilation and super concrete to make our fortress more durable. Fadlan, you're back. And maybe autoloaders, because again this is a factory and we have access to ammunition, supposedly. And even if I put all my people in the... So yeah, we lack ammunition and... My cat is back. The fuck you want? What do you want? So yeah, this fortress is just bad again because you don't have enough stats. And wait me a second, I need to get some water. So I'm back. I honestly don't know what my cat wants. Either she wants to stream, to chat with you, or I don't know what she wants. Maybe she wants me to pet her, but I'm not going to pet her right now because her fur is going to be all over my table and my computer, and I don't want, because it's going to be painful later to clean it. Next fortress. Lex Factory Chemical Plant. This version of the chemical plant, the Crux version, is better. First of all, because it has perks. In terms of stats, it's, I guess, slightly better because it has more ammunition. Yeah, it definitely has more ammunition, 52 ammunition. And better HP. If I remember correctly. So what could we do here? We have a lot of ammunition that we can use. Yeah, it does. Because now she's like changing fur or stuff like that from winter to summer or something like this. I don't know. And my dog and my cat are leaving so much fur in the house. So about this fortress, we could put a blast engine here. We don't have access to defense, so that's not a big deal. That's a very big, well, not a big deal. That's a problem, but we can live with that. Weapons. Install a few missiles, obviously. Basilisk as a support weapon. And Alastor, and we can even put another Basilisk somewhere here. Or maybe if we put the missiles at level 2 or 3, I believe we could have more ammunition. 15, 14. Yeah, we have now access to 6 ammunition, and we can install even a Hydra somewhere here. So this is a bigger version of the chemical plant. 4 soldiers is enough to operate everything we want, because we want to operate both of our missiles, the Alastor and the Hydra, to increase precision. And that's it. For this fortress is not a bad fortress. Not big, not good enough, but just okay. So another fortress that the Empire State Strike Commander fights is the Southern Rockets LS. Good afternoon, people. Good afternoon. So this fortress, what do we have? 4 soldiers, not bad. This is a starter fortress. 800 HP could be better. 45 ammunition, not bad at all. But the problem here arises when you get access to only 13 power supply, which is like very bad. Also, this fortress has the same layout as the Claw. It's just slightly different, but they have exactly the same layout. This one is just smaller. So, what would I do here? Blast engine. We're going to need power. We are definitely going to need power if we want to use this fortress. Kranz has joined the stream. Exactly. But he's not Kranz, he's for some reason called Light Soldier, so he's the copy of the Kranz. Typhon in this fortress would be devastating for if we had to fight it, because Typhon in the early levels is very OP. And to think that you will have to fight a Typhon, it's a very bad idea. More weapons we could install here. Well, this fortress is called certain rocket LS. Maybe we have to fit here a rocket somewhere. The ammunition cost on rockets is just over the skies. Maybe I should actually remove the Typhoon and install here the munitions depot and install another rocket. Well, I can't put much stuff here because the fortress isn't big at all. And people here won't have access to the rest of the fortress. No, I can't install this one here. And I could install maybe the Typhoon if my soldiers operate. Yeah, I will have enough power and supply, but barely enough. In terms of perks, certain rockets. So the fortress is called rockets. That means automatically I will give it rocketeering. Maybe camouflage, because it's like hidden in the mountains, I guess. And maybe no supply lines, no power cells. We have barely enough stats to operate this fortress how we want. We definitely don't have enough ammunition supply, but at least if we put two soldiers in the munitions depot, we can operate everything at max power, at max efficiency, I should say. Would you make a highly edited video of Redcon to appeal to more people on YouTube? First of all, I'm not that very good at editing. I know some things, but this is just basic stuff. Like how to add text or just some effects. Highly edited video. I probably could make a tutorial and explanation video about the sandbox commander, how it works and stuff like that. In terms of highly edited video, what I consider highly edited is the trailer that I made for the game. Let me find it. For the sandbox commander that I made a trailer. We could consider that as a highly edited video. 1 second. So this is the trailer that I have made for the game. It took me some time to edit all this stuff and to think about how how to make stuff, where to put all the things on. I wanted to keep the trailer as close as the Hex Age trailer. So for example, you can see a battle that starts at the start of the video, which is exactly the same as the Redcon trailer. Then you transition to the fortresses, the showcase of the fortresses, which is the same as the Redcon trailer again. And then some random features of the game, of the Sandbox Commander at least. Then just a slightly showcase of what you can do, like use the Kranz Fortress or the railway tunnel. Yeah, it took me quite some time to edit this video, and it's only like a minute long, 1 minute and 11 seconds. So yeah, I'm not very great at editing. Copyright. No, that's not copyright. It has another name. It has another name, I believe, if I remember correctly. It's not copyright. It's because copyright is when you use another person's stuff without the permission or something like that, and they can copyright strike if they have the copyright that proves that the content you are using is their ownership, and they can take down your video. But this my stuff has another name. If I remember it, let me find it. Copy paste no, because copy paste is just the same. It had a name to it, but not clone, but well, let's just say highly inspired. But it is true. I was inspired by the Redcon trailer, and I decided to make it as close as possible to the trailer because I really liked the trailer of the game, and generally speaking, I like the game a lot and anything related to the game. So, next fortress we get access to. Aurelia Air Base. Aurelia Air Base. It shares the exact same layout with the Aerodrome Icarus. This one has more soldiers. It has 8 compared to 6 soldiers that the Aerodrome Icarus has. But this fortress has just worse stats in ammunition and power supply. Is just very bad. It has good perks though. Overclocking and Bloodlust with air superiority is very good for invasions. Like a fast invasion. But apart from that, it has very bad stats. Let's see. 19 power supply and 8 ammunition supply, and as you can see, this fortress is not small at all. 8 soldiers is okay. For this big fortress is okay. But 19 power, 8 ammunition supply is very bad. Very, very bad. If I wanted to make something out of this fortress, I couldn't make, because I want to fill all the gaps here, and I can't because I don't have enough ammunition supply, or ammunition and power supply. We can put a lonely raider on top of this empty tower, just hanging there. The guy climbing to this raider probably has to climb this scaffolding that holds the raider. Imagine going to work and climb all this shit and going back. That's why I never could be a crane operator. Apart from not feeling good at heights, climbing a lot of ladders is not my is not my is not my not the kind of stuff I like. Yeah, I can put a car on, but I don't have ammunition or power supply. Yeah, and this fortress is just bad because of its ammunition and power supply. It would be good if we had, for example, like maybe 51 power would be good and ammunition 71 ammunition would be decent, but we need more power, so like this fortress, that would be nice. 51 ammunition and 71 power, 71 ammunition and 51 power would be nice for this fortress, but I mean, you can see what I had to do. Acrophobia? What is acrophobia? Acrophobia. A mental health condition which is the individual experience intense fear of heights. Well, slightly, yes, I have slight, not like very much, but yeah, it's not very pleasant. And thalassophobia, I believe it's fear of big things. Thalassophobia. Large or deep water? No, I don't have thalassophobia. I don't care about water. Where I got the mods, I made it myself. That's where I get them. I made the mod myself. It's like if I climb high onto something, if it's like a mountain, then I don't care. But if it's like a tower or crane or stuff like that, it begins to be uncomfortable for me. But no, I don't care about water. I don't care where I have to swim. I've been to the sea a few times, to the beach. I like swimming in the pools, swimming pools. It's just the heights. It gets slightly uncomfortable for me when I climb something that is like narrow, small, and it's very tall. But I guess that feeling has everyone. Highland Reach, Petrogate, Cover and Retreat. Cover and Retreat, next fortress we have to fight. Or in this case we have to defend. Because in Fury we are playing as the general, as some commander or general or whatever from the Crooks side. So Cover and Retreat. It is a good layout because being in a cavern, that means that we have better defense. It is a quite big fortress. 3 defense slots is very good. Also they are good position, so you can put, for example, a flak cannon here or maybe even here to stop all the large shells, and some autocannon laser in the back to stop all the spam that is going to get through the flak. But now the problem arises. 16 power and 23 ammunition is bad. 4 soldiers is okay-ish. 5 would be better here, but it's okay for a starter fortress. The problem is the ammunition and power supply here. Although 1500 HP is very good. 1500 HP, you will never get damage so much in the starter levels that 1500 HP will be depleted, so that's a good part of this fortress. We can even add a shield to increase our defense, but that will eat a lot of ammunition. Yeah, ammunition power. We can compensate that by putting the nuclear reactor, but this is way early in the game, and this early in the game you will not have access to the nuclear reactor. In terms of weapons, we could put stuff slightly deeper in the cavern, so that when we put the active defense somewhere like this, we could put here a flak, laser, cannon, and in the back we can install, for example, if we want the Alastor. No, I don't want 50 plus power ammunition in early game fortresses, but 16 or how much we got is like way too... It's very underpowered. 16 is like too little. I don't want 100 power or ammunition, but just slightly better. Just give it a slight touch to the power and ammunition supply. If we had in this fortress, for example, 16 instead of 16, we had like 25. 25 already will be much better, and it's not a big difference, but is well, not a big difference in terms of editing the fortress. For example, I don't know how to explain it, but in terms of what you can actually use with 25 power, it's much better than with 16, obviously. And ammunition, with 37 ammunition, this fortress will be much better. It's not that they need 50 plus or a lot more, it's just a slight kick. They need a slight kick in ammunition and power supply. Because if I wanted to redistribute the stats here, I don't know how to explain that, I would reduce the HP from 1500 to like say 900, but give this 25 power and 37 ammunition supply. Or 28 power and 37 ammunition supply. But reduce the HP to 900 or maybe even less, 800 for example, because the HP on this level is not going to be a problem. Why, you may ask? Because you can put a very strong defense here. Shield on the cavern is already S tier defense, because the mortars or the shells that are going to get here have a penalty to precision. So that's an automatic buff to your fortress. That's like a hidden buff to your fortress. And with this defense, nothing can reach to your fortress. Because shield in the early games is OP. Even if you lack in terms of weapons, weapon quantity or quality, for example. Just something like this, something as simple as this. And you put in perks, for example, something basic. Let's say lucky shot, camouflage, something really basic. Supply lines, so that we can put another basilisk maybe. Or maybe one Archon. Yeah, one Archon. And where is the shield perk? And Hex Aegis. Like, okay, we lack power and ammunition supply here. We don't lack power and ammunition because enemy has traitors and thieves. But this fortress is already going to be much better than the one that we had. Firstly, because of the shield, and second, because of the defense. Okay, the AI is targeting the shield, so maybe I would want to put the shield somewhere here. But yeah, it is slightly better. I would like to remove the reactor and put this something like this, but we don't have too much power or ammunition to work with. Petra Gate. I like this fortress. Petra Gate. We have blue onslaught, which is incredible. It's OP. And in terms of layout, what we have? 21 power and 29 ammunition. Again, I would give it a slight kick with, let's say, maybe 26 power and 36 ammunition supply. A slight kick to buff the capabilities of what you can actually install in this fortress. Because the problem is that in the player fortresses like the Raptor, you actually have access to all the needed power and ammunition supply. For example, this fortress that I built quite a lot, this one, or maybe even the Alastor. So for example, I personally use this fortress a lot. We have access enough power to power all of our fortress. We have access to defense, pretty good defense for the starter fortress, and we have a lot of ammunition because we had enough power to put the munitions depot. That means that if, for example, I want to use the incendiary shell, I can use it no problem, even if the enemy has traitors and thieves. But we can't do that on this fortress, for example, because we don't have enough ammunition. Okay, we have slightly better, but I just don't like I like the design of this layout, but I don't like the usability of it, because this part of the fortress is exposed to the enemy. If I wanted to put here, for example, the same stuff, and again, if I wanted to move my soldiers here and there, I must use the fleet high command, otherwise people from here cannot evacuate to the main part of the fortress on the other side. So defense, let's put that defense there. And look, we don't have enough power to put another utility slot and another weapon. I could install here a blast engine, for example. Then I will have enough. They will have access enough to power, and I could install, for example, I don't know, Tartarus, and install another basilisk, or maybe even something better as well, there is not much weapons. Maybe a Hydra, I don't know. Five soldiers here is incredible because, well, this fortress is very small. And 5 soldiers here is more than enough to operate everything you want. The only problem is that you can't move your soldiers around your fortress. For example, I don't... well, yes, I need this guy here. But that's because the traitors and thieves. If he didn't have traitors and thieves, I could easily move this guy to... let's say... the Alastor. And... operate the Alastor and the Tartarus, because those are the weapons that benefit from having people inside of them. So by the way, I'm yapping too much. Let's actually fight some fortresses. I don't know where I'm going to stop here. Sycamore. Where I have stopped on the Highland Ridge. So the next time I will have to continue talking from Highland Ridge. You can find them on the same video where I explained how to install the table, the cheat engine, the sandbox commander. There is another link to my another Google Drive folder. and there I have all the backgrounds that I have created using either Stable Diffusion or DALL-E, which is another AI. Also, let's build fortresses. I want to build some good-looking fortresses from the endgame versions. By the way, where is it? Fortress Octopus. Octopus is the same layout as the Scarabaeus, just slightly better, well, slightly much better and bigger, but it is the exact same layout. Well, not Scarabaeus, but the other fortress. What was the name of it? The AI version of the Scarabaeus. Fortress Axiom. It's just the bigger and better version of the Fortress Axiom. Imagine we get access instead of the Scarabaeus to the Fortress Octopus, which will share the same layout. That would be so incredible. Like, we have way better stats and much more soldiers and everything. So what I will do here to the Fortress Octopus. So this is a chemical factory after all, because we have some pipes, some, I don't know, some tanks here. So this is clearly a factory. That means that I will have to forcefully fit here somewhere an ICBM maybe, or rockets at least. I don't like putting the ICBMs like this, because, well, they look ugly. If I put them like this, they look ugly. I could put here rockets though. Rockets don't look that ugly when they're alone. Scarabaeus mixed with Axiom and Octopus. I have a video on my channel also where I showcase all three fortresses at the same time. Let me find it, by the way, so you can see how they look. Player. So I believe it's this video. Yeah, it is. Okay, let me. Let me show it to you guys. Stop. Yeah, there it is. No, wait, this is not. Stop playing, fuck, I didn't tell you to. Holy shit. There it is. Oh, okay, finally. Jesus. Took me quite a while to find the window. So this is the player version and the AI version. And here are all three of them. You can't probably see in the down because of the stupid bar here. And don't mind the flag, I have changed the texture, so that's why the flag is everywhere, the state flag. But the fortress that we have access, the Scarabaeus, has, for example, 33 power supply compared to 37 of the Axiom and 54 of the Octopus. In terms of ammunition, we get access to 45, meanwhile the Axiom 61 and the Octopus 62. And soldiers we have 5, Axiom 6, and Octopus 8. HP is not that very relevant here. But yeah, Octopus is better, obviously. So let's continue building this fortress. I want to fit the green theme, that also there is like a pulsating green effect here. So I want to add green stuff here. And we have green Hydra, maybe a Hydra. Octopus, that probably means I will have to put maybe a few Alastors, or Archons, pardon. Maybe a Typhoon. An Alastor, and probably maybe another Hydra. Or maybe not, just leave it like this. Yeah, let's leave it like this. I can't put the rocket here, okay. So then shield, obviously, this is a late game fortress. Radar, of course. Active defense, obviously. Munitions depot, we'll need more ammunition. And maybe an armory. Defense, standard defense layout. And there we go. Somewhat, I don't know, better. Somewhat custom fortress. Yes, I told the devs that, well, I compiled a document where I proposed all the improvements, quality of life and fixes to the game. And one of the most important things that was in that document is the option to sandbox mode, where you not only could edit and play any fortress that the game currently has, but create your own fortress from scratch. That includes the decorations in the background, the stats, the placement of utility and weapon slots, defense slots, and anything that the game has to offer. To truly make it a sandbox mode where you can edit anything you want and everything. That would be very nice. Hello, Punch Pon. We're building here some custom fortresses, and to finish this up, maybe Hexa Aegis. So this is a factory, chemical factory. So Death Cloud, obviously, microfiltration, and to make it more cancerous to the enemy, onslaught. Yeah, and an option to skirmish, where you can play a randomly generated fortresses with your own fortress that you have created. To see, yeah, Fadlan, to see how long we can fight, and the fortresses will get progressively stronger and stronger and stronger. Get better perks and stuff like that, to see how long you can last. Or, oh, I have a fucking I just had an incredible fucking idea, but I'm going to keep it a secret at the moment. I'm going to keep it a secret, but it's a very good idea. It is already implemented in a few games, but I will tell you later to see will the devs implement it or not, but I don't want to spoiler at the moment what idea I had. Yes, the sandbox commander is active. I'm having fun with it. Strategic nuclear silo, commander center and stratcom type of building. We can make that one. We can make, for example, I'm going to use the Where is it? Where is it? I'm going to make two of those. A smaller and a bigger version. First one, let me find the level. That is Central Intelligence Command. Let's edit this to make like a like a missile detection center, like something like that. Obviously, I'm going to need a few radars for that. The devs said at the moment nothing. They are completely radio silent. I wrote them a few days ago or yesterday, I don't remember. But I wrote the devs asking if they could provide me any news or any updates to what are they working on right now, what are they doing, what are the plans, or literally anything. And at the moment they said nothing, so they are completely radio silent. So I can't update you on anything. I don't have any news. Maybe a signal scrambler to deviate the missiles that are going to go our way. Maybe in a few defenses. Maybe an armory, just to protect ourselves in case of an invasion. And a nuclear reactor to power this fortress. 9 soldiers, holy shit, we get 9 soldiers, wow. Weapons, I'm not going to put much weapons because again this is not supposed to be a fortress that is going to fight enemies. This is just a missile detection center or something like that. So weapons, just some basic weapons to defend, to just defend our fortress. And maybe or actually let's put maybe a few rockets or just one rocket. Nah, maybe just an Alastor, like a gun that guards the enter to the bunk to this fortress. And perks, camouflage obviously, overclocking, yes please. Safe sector, because well, this is supposed to be located deep in the Empire State. And yeah, maybe no, we'll leave like that. And to make a nuclear bunker, I am going to use the Fort Locust, which is literally a bunker. I'm going to put here 2 ICBMs. One here, or maybe one here, one there. Utilities, maybe a nuclear reactor, a few munitions depot, under each silo. Obviously a radar to coordinate the ICBMs. Then what can we put here? An active defense with some basic defense maybe. weapons. I don't want to put much weapons here. Maybe again some light guns. Just to defend again infantry, maybe. And I don't really like how this fortress looks. Maybe a fleet high command. Kinetic shield maybe. I don't quite like how this fortress looks, but I have my own version of the nuclear bunker, which is called Silo 587, I believe, or Silo 500 and something, which is this one. Yes, it was something like this if I remember correctly. Perks, well, I had some lock perks, but this is... Oh wait, fuck. An Alastor here. What else layouts that are beautiful looking we have in the game? Thornwall is bad. We have the Jupiter ICBM walls in Redcon, which yeah, because my fortress of the Fort Locust, my version is, it was supposed to be like an OP fortress, focused purely on firepower, not so much on defense. The aesthetic isn't bad, but make a destructor silo. How I'm going to make that? We need to find the appropriate layout first. We need to find an appropriate layout for the destructor silo. Crux Academy, Fortress Apocalypse, no. Sierra Thrax, so maybe we could use the Sierra Thrax, it's a mountain after all. Hiding an ICBM in the mountain, hiding, well, your fortress in the mountain, it's quite easy, I guess. Destructor silo, so I'm definitely going to need to put the ICBM somewhere. Maybe a Typhon here. No, maybe Typhon better in the bottom, because Typhon gets buffs, gets buffed if you put it on the bottom because of how fast the missile goes if you shoot up in the air. If you shoot the enemy utilities or weapons that are located higher than the Typhon. It's probably a bug, but defense perks, obviously I'm going to need the arms race. Analyzing viewers suggested words. Yeah, we can do that, absolutely. Not today, because I'm going to finish soon. But another day we can do that, absolutely, yeah. So what can I put here else? Maybe element of surprise. Onslaught, why not? And where's the condensed napalm? There it is. The distractor silo. I don't have enough ammunition for another ICBM. I barely had for this one. So, and general, I want to see the General Kranz fortress. What does the general has? 3000 HP, which is a lot. 51 power, not bad. 54 ammunition, could be better. 12 soldiers, it's incredible. .54 ammunition isn't that good. So let's, I don't know, change slightly the layout of General Kranz. I'm probably going to need a nuclear reactor, obviously, to compensate for the shield. And Omega somewhere here. Typhoon. Alastor. Maybe Archon and 2 mortars. And we have a lot of space to work in. Well, I can't change the stats, I have a cheat for that, but the problem is that it affects the AI. That's the problem. So that's why I don't use it, because it also affects the AI. I absolutely could change the stats of the fortress, but I don't want to do it because the AI will have also the benefits of that. If I put the signal, wait, first, I need to put the defense first. And I don't have power to put everything that I want. Could put the armory and +1 power. Not enough. I don't want to leave a gap here, so what can I put? What can I put? Something that consumes not much ammunition or power. Maybe do just something like this. And let's put back the perks, but I will add safe sector. I actually hit with 60%, incredible. Usually I don't. Well, obviously general crowns against this small fortress is very OP. Actually, 1 second. Let's give him 3000 HP. Just so he doesn't die. Because the game doesn't want us to use the Kran's version of the fortress. So I want to test one thing now that I'm here. Let's change this fortress back to the Raptor one. Let's take something with defense. This one, for example. How much HP I can give the enemy before the game crashes? So now it has 1000. Let's give it 10,000. 10,000. 100,000. 1 million. Game still works, okay. 10 million. Okay. 100 million. The game is still running, okay. Let's just put a few dozen. Oh shit. Let's just put a few zeros. Okay, the game is still running, okay. How far I can go? Okay, I think I found the limit. Apparently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros. 1, 2, 3. Apparently 100 million is the maximum HP you can put in the AI. Oh shit, oh fuck, what? What is this number? What? How much HP this has? I guess his HP is not going down. And in terms of ammunition, how much ammunition I can give myself and the AI until the game breaks? Let's say 200, 200,000, 200 million. Can I give myself 200 million ammunition? Yes, I can. But you see, that's why I don't like activating the cheat. Because the AI also gets it. That's the problem. How much zeros I can put before the game absolutely collapses? I've put so much ammunition that the game doesn't even recognize this number. So okay, well, apparently you can't crash. What? Wait. We need to find even more. What if I keep adding zeros to this stuff? I don't know how much zeros already is. Yeah. But apparently there is a limit in the game and you can't cross that limit, and the game doesn't give a crap about it. However, I know that you can crash the game if you give the AI too much soldiers. If I give myself, I believe, 4 War Masters, the game usually crashes. Okay, no, the game didn't crash, but if I give AI a lot of soldiers, I know that the game crashes. That's why I don't like giving the AI more than one War Master. Because the AI doesn't know what to do with that many people and just crashes. So people, thank you everyone for watching the stream. I hope you have enjoyed the explanation at the start and the random shit that we did later. So thank you everyone for watching the stream. I will continue tomorrow at 12 PM Spanish time. And yeah, have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Toast, you are very late. I have already finished. Tomorrow at 12 PM Spanish time. Bye bye people.